Hi Gemini, welcome back to Omkaratarot and to another you versus them. Gemini, let's see how you're feeling now, how the person connected to your energy is feeling, and what action we can expect in this connection. And Gemini, these are general collective readings, may not resonate with all of you. Please keep that in mind. Take what works for you, leave the rest. So let's begin. Welcome back, all my subscribers, and welcome in newcomers. All right. Gemini newcomers, I'm setting down 2 sets of cards here. One side will be for you, one side will be for your person, and in the center I'm going to have your dialogue message cards, mutual energies. If this is your reading, Gemini, you'll know which side you resonate best with. For me, this is going to be person A here, this is going to be person B. Bottom of my deck, I have the 5 of Wands in reverse. So somebody says, I'm done with this connection. I'm dropping it now once and for all. They made a fool out of me. They never took a leap of faith. They never offered me a new beginning. This person was a narcissist. They were controlling. They were rude and mean, and they took my love for granted. I'm not going to stress over them or lose any more sleep on them. Yes, I am angry with them for the way they treated me. The other person, they are not happy. They are very frustrated, in fact, because they know because of their unwise and foolish choices, they lost out on a beautiful partnership or friendship or soulmate bond. Yes, this person is by themselves right now, reflecting on what happened, why it happened, not sure if the other person even still wants them back or wants to reconcile, and what they did. So this person is going through a lot of reflection time, and by themselves, it's like they're thinking very, very hard about what happened, why it happened, why did I do what I did. So let's see what's going to happen. I'm going to, of course, clarify all these cards for you, Gemini. Now, but before that, let's ask the universe. Spirit, tell me what's going on with Gemini and their person. Why are they both feeling this way right now? Gemini and their person, Spirit. Gemini and their person. One by one, please. Last one, here it is. All right, so the first card here, Gemini, says delays. Delays and setbacks were affecting this connection. Somebody was not ready to step up. Now, creativity. Someone is either thinking of a creative way to maybe reach out, or maybe this is the person who's now given up on the delay and said, you know what, I have to now focus on my own creativity and my own stability, because this was not a stable connection. All right, so that's my first thought. I'm going to, of course, clarify all these cards for you and dig a little deeper. But before that, Gemini, let's start with some dialogue message cards. Let's see if you guys could say something to each other right now, what that would be, and then I'll clarify the rest. Gemini and their person, Spirit, if they could say something to each other now, what would that be? Gemini and their person, Spirit. One more. All right, let's take a few more from another deck. Gemini and their person, Spirit, if they could say something to each other now, what would that be? Okay, and a few more from a third deck, and then we'll start the reading, gems. Gemini and their person, Spirit. Last one. Okay, good to go. Let's start the reading. And Gemini, if you're looking for personal readings, my email is omkaratarot@gmail.com. You can reach me there. It's there in the description box below as well. So the first card here says, I don't want to live without you in my life anymore. You're all I think about, and I'm haunted by your presence. I long to be with you. Whether together or apart, I feel a prisoner of your heart. You're all I want, my everything. I don't want to be free, for we are chained together in love. Every night I just want to be home, and home is in your arms. I wish you can understand that this was a difficult decision for me. In fact, I still struggle with it. You deserved much more than what I could give you at the time. I should have listened to my intuition. I kept the wrong company around who interfered with this beautiful connection. I may not be good enough for you. You seem to have high standards. No one else comes close to all the good things you've done for me. I have commitment issues. Though I haven't always said it with words, there is love in the silence. Close your eyes and feel my presence. Be still and listen to me tell you, I love you. Last one here, Gemini says, are you sorry for hurting me? Alright, so these were some of your messages. If these were resonating with your storyline, Gemini, let's start the reading. I'm going to first focus on this side, which is person A. Then we'll move to the other side, person B. And newcomers, please remember, these are not gender-based. I'm not guessing which side you're on. But if this is your reading, you'll immediately pick up which side you're on and who this person is for you. Because, well, like I said, I could have two Geminis here. And yes, it can be a love interest, spouse, ex, secret crush, could even be your business partner, relative, best friend, co-worker. Yeah, it is a general reading. Please use your own judgment here, okay? So, person A, let's focus on you first. Why the Ten of Wands in reverse for you? Yeah, person A says, I'm listening to my intuition now and I'm realizing that, you know what, this was probably a lesson. If this was a soulmate bond, it should be over now because I've learned my lesson. I've become much, much, much wiser. And I realize that, you know, I don't have to always be the one who's always fighting for a connection, carrying all the burden on my shoulders. I'm allowed. I've done my 9 and I've reached the 10 and now I need to drop carrying all the burden of this connection. It's time for me to now turn my back and start with the ones, right? I need to see what else is out there. So according to person A, they feel... what's the Fool card in reverse? What's the Fool card in reverse? Yeah, person A says, here I was envisioning a happily ever after, giving my all, being kind, compassionate, being a true partner to them. And they never took a leap of faith. They, in fact, made a fool out of me. So it's not that person A says I'm losing out on who I was. I'll still be the same person, but I'm not going to allow anyone to juggle me or make me feel like an option. Person A says this person B was just a heartbreaker and a promise breaker. I mean, I got carried away with all their sweet words and I started to imagine a life with them, but they turned out to be something else. Okay, so tell me, what were they? What did they do? King of Swords in reverse. Somebody who was rude and mean and narcissistic, very controlling. It was always their way or the highway. They never took action, never offered, they didn't see the connection. They didn't acknowledge that we can have commitment or anything long term. And here I was giving, loving, caring and doing everything in the connection, hoping that, maybe one day they'll understand and we can rebuild. But I realized I cheated myself. I allowed them to take advantage of me. I was over loving and I depleted myself in over giving to them, right? And they just kept taking from me because I was giving it so freely. So they took my love for granted. Queen of Cups in reverse, yeah, person A says it was all an illusion. Now that I think about it, this person was probably a trickster. I made them happy, so they kept taking, right? So, anything else? Yeah, that's how I think person A realized that they were carrying all the burden of this connection on their shoulders. It's like, you know what, they had no cup to offer, so why am I waiting for it? This person is just a liar. So I'm not going to sit around here and stay stressed and, feel bad and sad and whatever. I should just put a halt to this once and for all. So tell me then, person A, how do you see the connection currently? How do you see person B? How do you feel about the connection right now as I'm doing the reading? Person A says, I just told you. I'm not stressing over it anymore. I'm not losing any more sleep on this connection. In fact, I'm remembering how badly they hurt me and how much they made me angry and upset. And that actually helps me to leave this person behind and get onto my own little boat and move on. All I have to do is remember how they treated me. They treated me really, really bad. It was like, narcissistic almost. It was like they wanted to be the boss and control everything all the time. So I'm done here. Okay, so what action person A will finally take, I will open later. Gemini, let's go to the other side, see how person B is feeling, and then we'll do the action cards together. So You tell me, person B, what's the sun card in reverse? You don't seem very happy. Oh, they're feeling blocked now. They are feeling blocked. They feel person A has gone totally silent on them and blocked them out. And that is really frustrating for them. They are angry, they're frustrated because they want to talk. They want to talk. Okay, what do you want to talk about? What do you want to talk about? Why they held back, why they ran, why they ghosted, why they never offered. Maybe this person was focused on their money and they were not ready for commitment, something. So they actually want to talk and tell their person that, now I'm ready. I see a future with you. But they feel the other person has cut them out. Got strong boundaries and, cut them out or will not even give them a chance to, present their case. And that is not making person be happy at all. Yeah, they are feeling blocked. They're feeling, oh, person is no longer messaging me, no longer talking to me. I thought they would always be there for me. So they're quite a little frustrated. Okay, so tell me then, person B, why do you feel this way? Hermit in reverse, because now they're lonely. They're lonely, they feel, oh, I lost out on a very strong partnership. Yeah, they're feeling abandoned, feeling left out, feeling lonely. They could be afraid that they've lost out on their biggest wish. They've lost out on their, companion, partner, their soulmate. So, Six of Cups in reverse. Six of Cups. Yeah, they feel the person A has shut the chapter. And what's making them more frustrated is because A, they've realized that they do love person A, and they're more angry because they feel if they've shut the door on me, then I'm sure they're giving their love to somebody else. Okay. Yeah, they are justifying the silence as, oh, that's why they're pushing me away. That's why they're pushing me. They're angry with me. They're upset with me. They've pushed me away. I'm sure they've already found somebody else who's better than me, or they have a new Two of Cups. Okay, so then tell me then, how do you see the connection currently? How do you see person A? How do you feel about this connection right now as I'm doing the reading, person B? Four of Swords. Four of Swords. Four of Swords. They are very ashamed and very embarrassed. Very ashamed, very embarrassed about the fact that maybe because of their bad behavior, they pushed person away, they've moved on. What if they've given their love to somebody else? What if they don't want to reconcile with me ever again? Why? Okay, so this person, I think they do love person A, but I think that they were not wanting to show it, or they didn't, little bit of pride or something. They have realized that person A is their Two of Cups. Then what happened? What's the Three of Cups in reverse? They were not ready to offer a partnership. I think at that point, this person was not ready to offer a partnership. They breadcrumbed person A. They maybe wanted to get more time to go on their side, or they wanted to leave their options open. They could have treated person A like a friend or a friends with benefits, and, you're just an option in my life. It's like they didn't offer what they should have. Now they do want to offer, but they feel the other person is no longer interested. And that's really scary for them. They are drowning in their emotions at the moment. So let's see. And also they're scared that, by now there's been so much stagnancy. Maybe person is not even waiting for me. They're not even wanting an apology from me. Otherwise they would have reached out. They would have said something. What if they've emotionally walked away from me now? What if they found new love already? So let's see then what actions you guys will take then. I'm going to take another deck for this one. And Gemini, while I shuffle this deck, if the storyline has been resonating, please let me know. You can do that by tapping on the thumbs up button or leaving me a comment. And newcomers, repeating viewers, do like, share, subscribe to the channel. We welcome you in. Alright, person A, I'm back with you now. Action from your end towards person B or otherwise in your own life now. High Priestess in reverse. Okay. I think person A is saying, I'm listening to my own intuition now. And what are you doing with it? Moving towards my success. I'm loving myself first, Omkaratarot. I'm filling my own cup. I'm listening to my intuition. I'm moving towards things that make me feel successful now. I've learned my lesson. I know how to see through red flags now. And I'm protecting myself. But I'm not close-hearted. Yes, I have turned my back on them, but I'm open to something new to come my way. I think person A is moving towards a lot of happiness in their life and calling in maybe a brand new soulmate or just abundance into their life. No, Spirit says no. There is a brand new soulmate coming in for person A because they're not chasing anyone anymore. This person has really evolved. They are now birthing new things and they are focused on a brilliant future, creating happiness for themselves and attracting in, I think, a brand new soulmate. Okay, so person B, what about you? Are you going to rush back and be that person and have this new beginning? What's your action going to be in the next 7 days? Person B's action, Spirit. Moon in reverse. What's the moon in reverse? What's the moon in reverse? Ace of Pentacles, Eight of Swords, Ten of Cups, Justice, Knight of Swords. You know what? This person is worried. They're trying to find out the truth where the person is even still available. In their mind, they're very stressed out. They feel, well, I'm getting my karma. I'm getting my karma here. I now want to rush towards person A, but they're looking so happy. They're looking so happy in here. If I go and offer them something or say I want to have a new beginning, what if they tell me they're already with somebody else? They have already found a Two of Cups. So what does that mean? You won't take any action? You're just going to sit and overthink and stress out and expect the worst? Person B. King of Pentacles, Seven of Cups, Strength, Wheel of Fortune and the Ten of Swords. Yeah, I see this person is absolutely ready. They're absolutely ready. But I think person A, the way they are coming across as I'm very strong now, they feel they've already moved on. What could be making them so happy? Maybe they have found another option. What if I go and tell them that I'm ready and then I get the 10 swords in my back? Somewhere they don't know whether if they do rush in, if they're going to hear a complete no, or is there any possibility that person A is still single and waiting for them even now? So they want to know the truth first before they come in. So that's what I have for you. Till next time then. Love and light. Take care. Namaste.